That's their whole thing. Their whole thing was like a Christian, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, you hid your Judaism from your husband for his entire life and just let him speak out on things that you were just doing behind his back? Like, what? That's okay. If you are Jewish, great. But like, it's weird to be Jewish all of a sudden.
But that's what she replaced her wedding photo with.
Right, which is
wild.
so crazy. Which is crazy. As
Allegedly.
if she's not a goyim.
I
like,
haven't.
This is the thing that pisses me off about that. Like, you're gonna worship something that literally says that you deserve to die.
I like to care, but I don't know. Your words can't shake my bones. Though I'm stronger than you know. Your fire can't melt my soul. No, no.
Do a little chatting.
Yep.
Piss a few people off. A lot more than a few, probably. Everyone.
We're going to piss a lot of people off. But I think we're going to also make a lot of people happy because we're going to say what they want to say, what they're thinking. We're going to say the quiet part out loud.
If you don't find something to relate to, like, get out of here.
Get out.
Look right in the eyes. Get out.
Bye.
In the shadows, I found my light. In the chaos, I found my fight.
We're excited to announce that we're partnering with GhostBed. Their mattresses are crazy comfortable and super cool, literally, thanks to their patented cooling technology. And they ship right to your door. If you're ready to level up your sleep,
head on over to ghostbed.com/unfiltered for 10% off their already insanely low prices.
Scary low. Live in 3, 2, 1.
Right.
Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Unfiltered and Unfazed. I'm your host, Tessa.
I'm Heather.
I started saying it right as you started chewing eyes. I was like, bro, I already started it.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. I know at the beginning you always have to get your little fix. You got to do your little fix, and then we can record. But
it's a problem.
So I don't even know where to like. What's going on with the world? Like what's even going on? Like what?
I mean, you're old enough, but it's really like my generation is just losing.
Yeah,
they're dropping like flies.
Yeah,
and it's weird because it's like all cancer.
Yeah,
back in the day, like in the 90s, it was all like murders, but AKA covered as drug overdoses.
Right.
But now it's cancer.
Suicides.
Right. Suicide.
Which did you see?
Yes, I posted it. The Kurt Cobain thing. Yes, I did. I knew it.
It's so weird. Okay. This is not to say that there are not people that are driven to commit suicide.
Correct.
And by whatever means necessary. But it's so rare for someone to commit suicide with a shotgun. Like, it's so rare because like, yes, shotguns are easier to access because you can literally go to Walmart and get a shotgun. Okay. It's easy peasy. But it's just so.
I've heard it.
Like, you can, and if it's like shorter, I'm sure he has long enough arms where he could have reached it. But
long time ago.
Yeah.
Maybe I feel like I heard people more.
But like shotguns are not like, now that like pistols, like smaller guns are like a thing. Like generally it's not like a shotgun. And like even in the 90s, I don't feel like shotgun was like but
the whole thing was weird and
so crazy.
Like there's Brad Arnold from Three Doors Down. So sad about that. And James Vanderbeek. Mm-hmm. Dawson's Creek, Varsity Blues.
I did. I know. I watched did I watch Dawson's Creek? No, but I do know who James Vanderbeek is.
So it's like, and it's like all in their 40s. Like, it's sad. And you know, it's more like nostalgic because obviously we don't know these people. You know, we know them from on screen, and it's like what happens is the nostalgia is there. So now when you see these shows or hear the songs or even like watch Home Alone,
right,
it's like, okay, everyone is dead in this. Wonderful. You start to feel that nostalgic, like we're getting to the age,
right,
also where I remember my grandma saying that when I was younger. She was like, it's hard getting old. You're at the age now. It's like everybody that you grew up with is like dying. And I'm like, dude, that's so morbid and crazy. And it's like so weird when you start to hit that age and you start seeing it.
Yeah.
And so it's just, there was like a lot of that this week. Really sad. And like I said, we don't know them personally, but
No, but
because it's like that parasocial thing we were talking
Right,
about. Like, there's
right.
still that, like,
there is, and it's like, it's not that like their personal death is going to affect you. It just makes you understand and realize that mortality is real.
It
and
is.
you're not going to live forever,
No.
and nobody's going to live forever.
And it
The
doesn't
one
matter how much
thing-
money you have.
Exactly.
It doesn't matter how much fame you have.
You can live a long
It doesn't matter how much.
time.
I mean, a lot of these people are like, we're still doing things.
Yeah.
And, you know, like Brad from Three Doors Down, they were still creating music. He was
Right.
still making money. Like, so it's like, it doesn't matter. None
Right.
of it matters at the end of the
Right.
day. And that's what like really hits home is
Right.
like, none of that matters.
Right. Well, yeah, nothing, like everything and nothing matters at the same
Right.
time. So that's the thing about it. It's like such like a weird like double entendre
Yes.
that it's like
And it makes you think of your own, like
Yeah.
you said, your own mortality.
your own
It's
mortality, like very, very harshly too. Like I think I remember like when I was like 21 and stuff, like I used to like street race cars and stuff or
Yeah.
whatever. I didn't really, not that I didn't have a sense of morality. I thought I have more time.
mortality.
I thought
We always mix those two.
Oh,
morality. I mean,
Morality.
maybe both. Who knows?
Well, I mean, actually, I think my morals were a lot more set in stone then than they are now. So I'm like, you know, I learned to never say never.
Right.
But I didn't really have like a good sense of mortality.
Yeah.
And so obviously I would street race and stuff like that. Now I don't even go over the speed limit. Like
Yeah,
I
you're
don't
like, no,
really.
I'm good.
No, literally, like I just.
It's not
dropped
worth the risk.
My friend off at the airport, and I literally like I looked and I was like, oh, it's 70. I'm going 65.
Yeah, I'm going
My
60.
bad.
Yeah.
My bad, guys. But yeah, no. And also like, just like a lot of the things like, and so a lot of the deaths that are like happening, like, and affecting like, cause I'm just like a little, like Dawson's Creek was just a tiny bit before my time.
Yeah, even it
but-
was young for me. Like,
Yeah.
my
No,
parents
I was
didn't
about to
let me
say,
watch
like-
part. Like,
Yeah.
the first episode, it was something was I mean, my
Yeah.
parents were weird, but something was mentioned about like like a guy jerking
Yeah,
off, and they
yeah.
were like, "This
No.
is not appropriate for you. You are not watching this." And I was devastated because everybody
Yeah.
watched it, and it was like the talk of
Yeah.
the town. And I was like, "I'm a nerd. I can't."
Whereas
watch
like
this."
completely differently, like when I was 15, 16, I was watching Jersey Shore.
Right, your mom was like, "Yeah, it's fine. I don't care."
Well, no. I wasn't with my mom at that point, but
Oh.
my bonus parents, they didn't watch Jersey Shore, so they didn't know.
They didn't know, yeah.
like, what was in it. And they'd be like, "What do you mean cabs are here? Why do you keep saying cabs are here?"
Right.
I'm like,
You're like,
"Cabs are
it's
here."
just, it's a thing.
Like anytime like my friend would show up to pick me up for something, I'd be like, "Cabs are here!" Like,
Right.
And they're like, "Why are you doing that?" And I'm like, so like I know that when like we lose like Snooki and JWoww
Right.
and that like that kind of stuff, because it was more like reality TV
Yeah.
was more like the popular
Yes.
thing. Then yeah, that's definitely gonna like affect me a lot. But then also like other things that are coming out. So obviously, like I feel like I want to talk about the files just a little bit.
Yeah, I mean,
I mean, there's
We have
so
to.
much. There's so
We have
much.
to.
But like with that, like things growing up are not like as you seem. And so like I just have a so Les Wexner was named in the Epstein files.
Who is that?
Who is he? Great question. He owns Victoria's Secret.
Oh,
Bath and Body Works.
yes.
Abercrombie
So
and
the
French.
names sometimes
And French.
it
and
was
Finch.
like finding out that shocking, right? Chuck
Yeah.
E. Cheese's CEO.
But yeah,
Big
yeah.
shocker. All these kids'
that one, and then
places.
also the photography place. But
oh, that one.
but
So now I'm like,
yeah, well,
we'll talk about that.
yeah. So I just like kind of looked up like specifically like what companies were
Okay.
named
Okay.
in relation to the files, and obviously just because you're named doesn't mean that you're gonna blah, blah,
Yeah,
but shut
yeah,
up.
yeah.
At this point, honestly, yes, it does. Like honestly, yes, it does.
I'm
like
sorry.
like you know, this is just my personal opinion.
Unless you were named in trying to stop this.
Right. So crazy enough, I
Michael
saw
Jackson.
this thing, right? Michael Jackson and Joe Rogan was named for refusing to go. They invited him and he refused to go. And I was like, okay, Joe.
Okay, Joe.
I was like, people have
But
mixed
also,
feelings about
you
him.
knew something then if you didn't want to go.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And so, like, all these people that know something, it's like they can't do anything about it or don't do anything about it. Also, I'm mixed
No,
on that.
he also directly, I watched this episode when Kash Patel came on. Joe Rogan directly asked him about the Epstein. He's like, so are you going to do something about it? So are you going to do something about it? And then Patel was like, I'm doing everything that I can. We've talked about this before because it's like, I can tell that whatever Kash Patel saw traumatized him
he
so
looks
badly.
like not well.
And and I think they're trying to go after his family. Like, I think that's why he had to shut up.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. This is why I think, like, Pam Bondi publicly she doesn't have a choice but to keep publicly defending. Because, I mean, literally, like, we're not taking this, like, seriously. Their lives are in danger.
You never know, because even President Trump.
Yeah.
People are obviously, I mean, everyone's upset with him, and people are obviously like, how could you sit here and say, I think we need to move forward from this? But in not his defense, but in understanding that he, just because he's the president, he's not the head in power. He's not the powerful one.
No,
so he's also probably being told, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Stop talking about this. Get the attention off of it.
Yeah.
Which is not good. But at the same time, I think they're all in danger if they open up about this.
I think there's, like, probably 2 countries in specific that, including ourselves.
Yeah.
And one other. That
and one
are
other
directly,
that he works closely with.
Right. Allegedly. I mean, not even allegedly. Like,
he does.
There's evidence and proof. But so just to say some of the brands. So Les Wexner was mentioned in there several times.
Okay.
And so obviously Victoria's Secret, and then Pink. So Pink was created for tween girls.
Yes.
And it's always connected to
Victoria's Secret.
It's always connected
I
to
had pink pants.
Yeah. No, literally. I'm like, but now we're learning and knowing that, like, these things were specifically designed to make little girls more sexualized. Like,
that's Justice in there?
I didn't see Justice in there.
I'd love to know if Justice is in there.
But I wouldn't doubt it. Any of the L brands, any of the Les Wexner brands, I don't know if he has any affiliation with those. These are the ones that I saw that was, like, actually in there. So Bath and Body Works, obviously, which sucks because I love those candles. But I'm like, you know, I'm sure somebody makes smelly good candles that are just as
and they're
somewhere,
like super hormone disruptors because they're full of crap.
And so obviously Victoria's Secret, Bath & Body Works, and Abercrombie & Fitch are the number one ones. Oh, you mean the one that was making teenage boys stand outside of their store shirtless?
Yeah.
Huh. Weird. Crazy. That's weird. That's not suspicious.
Yeah.
Like,
and it was very dark in there. Their whole theme was like, you walk in and you get blasted with the smell of cologne.
Right.
It's dark.
Right. Why is it dark in a store that I want to buy clothes? Like,
it's all the vibe.
Right. Exactly. So, and then those are the main things that were, like, stores. And that's just because people are focusing on Les Wexner right now. There are still so many names that are being protected for literally no reason. I've been watching so much of them, like, grilling Pam Bondi over specific things. Yeah. And her response every time is, did you ask the last person this? I bet you didn't ask whatever his name was. That was the attorney general before her.
I think you made a really good point about, I do want to judge them and be angry with them, but I'm also like, what position are they in right now?
Right.
Of probably, I mean, for all we know, they want to.
Yeah.
They want to do this.
Yeah.
They want to expose it, but they're like in some deep shit that they're like, I didn't know what I don't want to be part of this anymore.
Now, do I think they want to expose it? No. I don't think they want to expose it.
I do agree. I don't think they want to, but morally, like, maybe deep down inside, they're like, oh my God, like, this is awful, but hey, we're part of it. And like, straight up said, everything will fall. Everything will fall. Right. Everything will crumble.
Then let it. Like, that's fine. That's great. Do it. But also, it's just like there's a lot of other things. And I just want to, one thing that I want to be, like, really clear about is that the state of Israel does not represent all Jewish people.
No.
At all whatsoever. And I think that it's really dangerous for people to get on the internet and start saying things like, oh, the Jews are behind this. Let's be very clear. A specific group of elite, powerful, billionaire men are behind this. It's not Jewish people. It's not Christian people. It's not Jewish people. It's not this. It is a small sect of predatory.
I'll tell you why. Men. People do it because that's how people connect it to Israel. They hear it, like they do the juice box and they, you know, because and so I do believe that if you were to be like, oh, that person's Jewish, like no one's gonna. They get what they're saying. But it shouldn't categorize all Jews in that category.
Right.
But that's what they're trying to say without saying the word.
Yeah.
Because, you know, we're all scared to say I word.
Yeah, I know, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Which is so crazy to think that, like, literally, like, I'm genuinely afraid to... No, actually, no. It's not that I'm afraid. In Florida, by the way, it's illegal.
What?
To talk badly about. It's illegal.
Can it be like, how ridiculous?
No, it's actually like in a law that was passed recently in the state of Florida, you could technically go to jail for, like, we could go to jail for this conversation.
I need to research that. I want to know more.
Right.
Like, I want to know the, like, actual verbiage.
Right.
That's freedom of speech is
it's not, it's getting taken away as well. And so that's
here's
why
the weird part with freedom of speech is there's some where it's too free, and then where it counts, where we want to talk about things that matter, it's not free. So buttholes, remember what you say?
Oh my God, you can't get on X without seeing like at least 12 buttholes.
Seeing buttholes is fine.
Yeah.
Talking about things that matter and things that are safety and lives are okay. Thank you, buddy. Need to be talked about. Can't do that.
Right.
Can't do that.
Right. Exactly. And so like, and even with the butthole things, like that's like you can show your butthole if you want. That's your choice if you want to show your butthole. No, like whatever, it's fine. You know, showing other people's buttholes, no, you can't do that. Showing children's buttholes, also can't do that. So it's really easy to know where to draw the line, I feel. And it's like, so why are we being essentially persecuted, like as an entire, like if you are an American person, you currently are being persecuted for your free speech currently right now in this moment, any American person, and so it's crazy that like
you also risk death disagreeing with others.
And I have never like,
and that doesn't matter what side you're on,
right? And I am a my personality type is ENTP, dash A. And which essentially is categorized as the debater. Like I like to debate. I like to see different perspectives. I like to, because if I have a conversation with someone, a debate, let's even say like it gets like a heated debate with someone, and they bring valid points forward and like change my understanding of something. And I'm also willing to change my mind. Like it's okay to change your mind. Aren't. And I change my mind every day. I change my mind every second.
And that's
minute even.
Well, okay, so back to that, because we like to go off. Who else is on there?
So the other major ones that are listed are financial institutions,
of
which
course.
I'm going to be just as vague as I can with these. I'm just going to say the names of them and not like how they're affiliated, because once you start getting into talking about money, that's when things get dangerous.
Oh yeah.
And so basically JP Morgan Chase,
of course,
Goldman and Sachs, obviously. Sorry for saying obviously. Don't shoot me for that. HSBC, which is a private bank in Switzerland, of course, and the Deutsche Bank, which is a German.
Okay.
It's like like he was only with them for a little while. But like it was a lawsuit because like he ended up leaving JP Morgan and going to this bank, whatever. Anyways, the banks got suspicious is basically what they're like, this is weird activity. Like, and so basically that's what happened. In tech, Coinbase, I don't know if you've ever heard of that. It's like a cryptocurrency thing. LinkedIn. Other tech companies, basically just anything else that Elon and Bill Gates own. Yeah. Like, so Tesla, like all of that kind of stuff, you know, all of that, obviously. And then there's shell companies, but I don't know any of these, so I'm just going to say the name of them and move on because I don't know anything about what they're doing offshore at all. Yeah. It's illegal, I'm sure. But like we have different, like, because, you know, maritime law is different than land law.
Yeah, but also it doesn't matter. Let's be real.
Yeah, but like in the eyes of the justice system, it does. Right.
But I feel like nobody's going to be held accountable regardless. Right. So it doesn't matter in this situation.
If they did this, if everything they did on a boat.
Right. That's why people do the offshore. Yeah.
Right. But so the offshore stuff, so JEGE Inc. I don't know how to say that, so I just spelled it. Hyperion Air LLC, which is an aircraft registration linked to all of his jets. So the jets. Plan D LLC, which what is Plan D? I've heard of Plan B. I've even heard of Plan C. That's an abortion pill. What's Plan D? Oh, do we know? Because they're eating babies. Is that what Plan D is? Right. The abortion didn't work. The Plan B didn't work. So you're going to eat it? Cool.
Horrifying.
So next, Southern Trust Company, which it's for trusts. Financial Trust Company, also for trust. Butterfly Trust, also a trust company, which it's like, why are all these like rich people so interested in trusts? Oh, because trusts don't get taxes taken out of them, and trusts are something that you can pass on to people without having to pay any taxes. Yeah, so it's tax evasion. And then NES LLC, I don't know what that is, and then also a Southern Financial LLC. They're just corporate vehicles that Epstein kind of used. It doesn't mean that they've done blah 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 blah. Nobody's been charged.
Yeah,
but they should.
Yeah,
but yeah. So basically, that's just really like the companies and stuff that were like actually named are those. So Yeah,
I think obviously this is a worldwide phenomenon that everyone and everything is involved in. Not everyone and everything, but a lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah.
And whether they knowingly had part of it, didn't know, were involved in all of it.
I don't think there's any way for a lot of these people to have not been aware
of something.
Right. Because
they did, and mind you, they did not hide. They were very openly talking, email. Like there was no. Sure, they used little code words here and there, but it was very.
Yeah, like
they weren't
pizza
like
thing is like all the people that were like Pizzagate, Pizzagate, Pizzagate. Like, and now it's like, wait, that's real.
But they also just straight up said that little girl or that young one. It's like they were not concerned, and that tells me they weren't concerned.
Yeah,
because they weren't concerned, because they're like, we're we're protected,
we're doing this, and they are still currently. So that's like
right now,
like nothing. Us saying something about it, us like keep speaking up about it. Like you have to keep talking about it. You have to keep saying things about it because like we can't just let this go because they're using the media to filter it out. Like
you're telling me that someone. See, that's the thing is I don't know enough about law. Is an email enough to go investigate someone? I don't know because emails
it's circumstantial.
Can be,
so
in this situation.
So no, to answer your question, no, it is not enough.
Right.
If the email said something more incriminating, like talking about a little girl, there's nothing wrong about talking about it. There's nothing wrong about unless the email specifically had a confession, like a full confession or video evidence or anything like that. And then after that, it depends. How did you get access to this email?
Right.
How did you see
it? Now the FBI
is
going to have to vet that it came from where it's saying it came from. It went to where it's saying it went
and
to.
And it can't be provided to you from an insider source that isn't already registered as an informant.
And it also has to show that that person had possession of that email address at that time.
Right.
And that it was sent from a computer that they had possession of. Like, there's a lot to it.
Which is easier to prove because, IP addresses. But then again, what if they're using VPNs?
They could say, somebody else
they probably are using VPNs.
It's been so long.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure. But it's just... and then there's... So this whole time, this has been a conspiracy. Now there's new conspiracies saying that this... being real is a conspiracy.
Yeah.
That it's all a distraction. None of it happened.
Okay. Well, and the reason I do believe
is now a conspiracy, now a conspiracy, now a conspiracy, now a conspiracy, and it's going to go on forever. Then it's a conspiracy that it did happen, but didn't happen, but did happen, but didn't happen.
But we could just nip that in that right now. It's not a conspiracy. Here's why.
No, we were all
there were so many victims. There's so many victims that chose to remain private, that did not go after money, that did not go after anything. And then when Pam Bondi released those files, revealing those victims' names, that is how they got thrust into the public.
Well, that's dangerous too.
Yeah, because now they know, because Artie, what's her face, killed herself, quote unquote.
Yeah, no.
The original one that came forward.
And she came forward publicly.
Her name is Georgia, I'm pretty sure. Georgia Guthrie. Oh, it's Virginia Guthrie, not Georgia. It was a state.
Yeah.
I was like, a state. I know it's a state. Like...
Yes.
I was close. No, her name is Virginia Guthrie.
Yeah, all of a sudden. And she had specifically said, if I die, I did not kill myself. Thank you. Right. Have a nice day.
And then she killed herself? Crazy. But yeah, no. Like.
So by the way, when you say that, apparently it means nothing.
Yeah. It means you actually do want to kill yourself.
Like when people say that, you should probably look into it a little deeper.
It means like I secretly actually do want to kill myself.
Did you see Spencer Pratt posted that?
Who's Spencer Pratt?
He's running for mayor. He was on Laguna Beach in the hills.
Spencer Pratt is running for mayor?
Yes. So he's like a big political guy now. And he's called out Gavin Newsom and a lot of things that happened with the fires and stuff. So everybody loves him. And so anyway, he posted a thing saying, if something happens to me, it was not done by myself. And it needs to be looked into and to hold justice for it. And I think people look at that sometimes and go, oh my gosh, yeah, okay. And I think people should really consider taking those things seriously.
Especially because like all of the things that are coming out about
and
like,
he doesn't just say that just to say that. Like there's a reason he's saying that. So it's like, but then if he's found you know, unaliving himself, they're like,
yeah,
it's like, no,
like, oh, he seemed pretty sad. The pressure must have got to him.
Yeah,
it's the same thing. Like there's for one second I do not believe that Charlie Kirk wasn't intentionally murdered by his actual literal wife, by the way. His literal wife. His literal wife,
dude,
because something. Okay, you know she already replaced their wedding photo in her background setup with a scroll.
I said, is there a way to see if it's AI?
I mean, just go and click on her thing. Look in the background.
I don't trust
she does video. Any video that she uploads, you can just click on the back of it. Any video that she uploads from the Turning Point
so
USA
we can
thing,
verify
you can just
that.
Go look. Yeah,
I haven't done that. That's why I'm asking. I saw the pictures. I think I sent you one, and I was like, can we verify this?
Yeah,
because I mean, there's so much more that happens with her.
Yeah,
and I tried, and you did too. We both said people grieve differently.
Yeah,
we both gave that grace in the beginning and said that was horrifying. Like I can't imagine. And then there's things you can't ignore. You can't. You'd be an idiot to ignore.
Right. No, I completely agree.
Like
also like just. It's just so much, and she's lied about so much. But that's not even like I don't think we should go down that rabbit hole.
No, that's a whole nother rabbit hole.
Yeah,
but does she have any connection to Epstein?
She's not in the files. I'll say that. No, she's not in the files, but she does.
Interesting.
But she does.
I know
have
she has connections to lots of other things, like the president and.
Well, no. She started that foundation in Romania.
Yes, absolutely.
That was sex trafficking children, and she got banned from Romania because they found out that they were doing that, and so she cannot ever go back to Romania.
Did you see what she replaced her wedding photo with?
Yeah, it was the from the Torah, that like scroll, which I'm like,
Talmud.
Since when are you Jewish?
I don't say things right, and people tear me apart.
Talmud is right.
Talmud, right?
Yeah, and
well, that's like Baal. People say Baal. It's Baal. And people will say Baal.
Has she not said that it's like she's Christian? Has she not said so many times? Stop hitting yourself, Heather.
I can't.
Like, has she not said that she's like Christian multiple times? Anyways, so that's their whole thing. Their whole thing was like a Christian, blah blah blah. So I'm like, you hid your Judaism from your husband for his entire life and just let him speak out on things that you were just doing behind his back. Like what? That's okay. If you are Jewish, great, but like it's weird to be Jewish all of a sudden.
But that's what she replaced her wedding photo with.
Right, which is so crazy. As
allegedly.
if she's not a goyim. This is the thing that pisses me off about that. Like, you're going to worship something that literally says that you deserve to die?
Well, I'll tell you right now. I just watched a video. I should have sent it to you. It was actually he calls himself a skinhead, but he was very surprisingly respectful. He came with facts.
Yeah.
He was not like anti people. He said you want me dead. So
yeah.
He says, I don't even want you dead. I just don't like you.
Yeah.
He's like, so, and they were just like, absolutely not. That's not true. And he's like, oh, it is. I read it. I read it myself with my own eyes.
Yeah. No, by the way, anyone can literally read the Torah.
And mind you,
anyone can at any time.
He hit them with this. He was 16 at the time also. He hit them with, they said, what about the 6 million people? And he said, there wasn't even 6 million, you know what, in Germany at that time. They said, but they brought them in. And he says, no, No. And he was like
Yeah.
laying facts.
And the concentration camps weren't even in Germany.
And he said that. He's like, you mean that? Like, he was laying down such facts, but he wasn't disrespectful. He wasn't like, Hail Hitler. Like, he wasn't like, white.
And here's what I won't say.
White supremacy.
I won't say
He was not white
I won't say
supremacy.
facts, not because we don't know that everything that he's saying is true.
No,
but
he
very
was laying
plausible
down
explanations,
knowledge,
very
and
plausible
information,
explanations,
very well spoken and very clear and very
Yeah.
like had an answer for everything.
Yeah.
Correct, not facts.
Yeah.
He was laying down information that was like an answer to everything they were saying without it being like nasty.
Yeah.
Because I've seen skinheads be nasty.
Yeah.
And they're
Oh,
like,
yeah, I grew up with them.
white supremacy is different.
Yeah.
Because that's saying that white is
Yeah.
supreme, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's not what he was saying.
Mm-hmm.
So I found that very interesting. But I digress.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. We're excited to announce a new sponsor for the network, Goon Tape.
It's made from an ultra strong blend of natural and synthetic fibers to help keep you on target and in the fight,
Even when the work gets wet. You can also use it in the gym. Ladies, buy it for your husbands for their guns. All the guys use it on their guns. We use it on our dip machine and our pull-up bar. So it's very versatile. Gets grippy when wet. So get it wet, get it grippy,
and get it going.
Goon Tape. Check them out at goontape.com and use antihero15 for 15% off.
Over a century ago in 1910, the Flexner Report, funded by John D. Rockefeller and the Carnegie Foundation, re-engineered medical education from a holistic, whole-body approach, which appropriately treated the body as an interconnected system, to a compartmentalized approach under the guise of specialized medicine. They shut down or consolidated medical schools, marginalized naturopathic, homeopathic, and chiropractic medicine, replacing them with symptom management and synthetic drugs. Allopathy is a marketing strategy rooted in fear and manipulated science. This philosophy carried into veterinary medicine, resulting in over-vaccination, unnecessary surgeries, and manufactured food, just like they did for people. They call it care, but it's predatory and based in profitability. The truth? Toxicity, compromised immunity, and chronic inflammation. They're not fate. They're engineered. And so is your power to undo them. We built 3 targeted formulas to return the body to homeostasis, for pets and people. To detox, defend, and restore. We are the correction to decades of corruption. We are vengeance.
So back to these companies, I can imagine many companies are going to be coming out.
Yeah.
And again, that doesn't mean they were actually, and when we say company, does that mean the
It doesn't
people
mean
involved?
employees. It doesn't mean all employees. It means CEOs.
CEOs.
I mean
And
CEOs
Does that mean that,
specifically.
was it just funding? Was it actual involvement? Were they actually the people going?
Participating?
Right.
Yeah.
Was it just funding? Which funding is still a problem, because
Yeah.
if you know what you're funding,
Yeah. Right.
you're still a problem.
Bare minimum, people being named in these files, it just lets me show that you did not do your research on who you're investing in. You do not, because if you do, what?
Yeah.
If you actually did your research and you're like, oh, well, I mean, yeah, sure, like he has been accused of like taking kids to this island a lot, but I don't know, nobody ever proved it. Hold on. If I'm going to invest in someone, I'm going to use my money and invest in their company, because if you're a financial backer, you get kickbacks and all that kind of stuff. So,
Well, they knew
money
that
talks,
they
but-
money talks. They knew
Right.
that they were going to be getting
but
their
for
money's
me,
worth.
if I'm saying, oh, I'm going to put my money into this thing, it's going to be something that I like researched.
Yeah, you're a normal
It's gonna-
person, though.
it's gonna
You're
be-
not these
yeah.
elites. They don't care.
Yeah.
They don't care about that stuff. And these elites, you're going to tell me, in that world of elites,
Mm-hmm.
they all talk. I mean, I'm talking like you will know about things that people are doing in another country.
Yeah, because of the
it's
Bohemian
a
Club.
world of what?
The Bohemian Club?
Well, but yes, they're little clubs, but also like, I mean, let's bring it down. Let's scale it down to Real Housewives of Orange County. Let's scale it down to the
Okay.
country club. So we're taking worldwide and we're scaling it down to a certain place.
Yeah.
every single person in that country club can probably tell you the size of your husband's like penis. They all talk.
Yeah.
Talk. It's what they do.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing with them. So
Yeah.
there's no way that someone wasn't like, oh, I don't know this guy and what's going on over there.
Right.
Like you said, someone knows
Right.
or at least has like, oh, I've heard this.
Yeah. But that's the thing. There are some, like, I know a lot of country club ladies, and they know a lot, but obviously their husbands lie to them about things as well.
Yeah.
And so I do think that it's not the things that they are doing and the things that they are being accused of doing. It's not conversations that you would have at like a country club setting. Like, so I don't think people would know.
No,
like,
I feel like these
they
people
would- they
are
would
having
know-
these like they're having these conversations, and it's weird.
No,
how-
they're not. But those are all private. Like, we're getting to see what they were doing privately with people that they had already vetted, with people that they already thought that they can trust. Like, I don't think that this is something that they would just be talking about at like a Golden Globes party.
I don't know. People have accused it. They have said that they overheard, a mention of a little girl.
Yeah,
or-
but overheard, not been talked to about.
But it's being talked about. That's how they overheard it,
but
which
not
is weird.
Yeah, so that's the thing. It's like,
So that's what I'm saying.
So you
Someone would have
never-
heard something, a
Yeah.
rumor even.
yeah,
Maybe
like
even
you
a
can have like
rumor.
an uncomfortable feeling, but then it goes back to, okay, well, there's people that I don't like, and there's nothing wrong with them.
Yeah.
But I just don't like them.
Yeah.
Like, I have plenty of people
I think
that
they all
don't
knew.
like.
I think they all knew in something. They all knew something. Maybe not
Yeah.
this.
Well,
maybe not
the people
the
that were
really
having regular
dark.
communication obviously knew something. Like, that's not, but I'm talking about the people that were like just like associated with,
Yeah.
I don't necessarily think that like every single person knew every single thing that was going on. Like, but I do
No,
think,
I don't think every single person.
but I do think that everybody involved, like, I don't know if your name is mentioned a million times in the files.
No, I don't think
like
every
President
single
Donald
person,
Trump.
because I think that they were trying to get people, and some people were maybe not interested just in general in that lifestyle.
Yeah.
Not that lifestyle, but just going to this, they just didn't want to. But a lot of people, I think it was kind of a known thing that it was going to be even Elon Musk said, I need to go because I know it's a wild time. They know that it's a wild time. That's not saying we're eating children
Right.
and stuff, but they knew, like, that was the gist of it. There's women. They maybe didn't know that there were children, but it's a party scene. It's like a Diddy
Right.
party.
Yeah.
Like, hey, everyone knew about like Diddy's parties.
Not
are
everybody
the best,
knew
man.
about everything that was happening at the
Exactly.
Diddy parties.
Not everybody
but
knew about the really nitty gritty, but they
Right.
knew it's going to be a party. It's going to be wild. It's going to be a good time. You could probably get your rocks off. Like,
it's the same thing like Mike Boosie's place out in it's not that far from here, like maybe like 45 minutes an hour at the Sausage Castle. I'm not kidding.
Is that really what
It's
it's
owned
called?
by a man named Mike Boosie,
Die.
and he regularly has sex parties out there all the
Yeah.
time. I know plenty of girls who have gone and participated. No payment. It's for clout.
okay.
You walk in, he
I
has
was gonna
porn
say,
playing on
what
the
is it? It's
TVs.
just-
He has red rooms. He has all of these things, completely consensual, allegedly.
Oh.
And,
Right. So, right.
Right. So,
Allegedly, that's a
but
great
I've
word
known
to
tons of people
use.
that go to these parties and they have a great time and they leave and nothing weird happens.
Right. And that there could have been, like you said, there could have been people
Yeah.
that went to the island. Nothing weird happened.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about the island.
Maybe.
Like,
maybe they didn't go to the right. He's got to keep some of it under wraps. There's got to be a section.
Right. I
where
think
you
that's
can
why
go
there
and
is
lay
an
in the
island.
sand. Right.
But that's what I mean. Like, he wasn't just taking randoms to the island. You don't need to
A lot
go
of people
to
went to it, though.
right. And I think they had to do something when they were there, whether they were being taken advantage of, whether
Yeah.
they were taking advantage of other people, whatever
I'm
was
wondering
happening.
if there was a small section before they could trust you to know that you're into this that seemed just like a normal
yeah,
place.
I think probably pre-island.
Like,
Yeah, like they had
Maybe
to
they
figure out they
tested
could
you-
trust
they
you
tested
before
they tested the
island.
waters, yeah.
So I think that probably like
how does that conversation come up? So are you into children?
no,
Like-
there's Heather, there's code words. You just say something. It could be something as simple
I'm
as like,
saying, like, how, what if the person's like, oh my God, what?
okay, would it
And,
be
like,
weird to you? Would it be weird to you if I was like, dude, I love sweet tea.
Oh,
Sweet tea is
you're
my
saying
favorite
that
drink,
if
like-
I was into it, I'd know the code word.
Right.
But if I wasn't, I would
You
just be
wouldn't know.
like,
you'd be
no,
like,
it's okay, I guess.
I was like, if that's your thing, some people call it dirty
Right,
water, but okay.
right,
So there are specific things that they say.
You're saying that they use those not to hide what they're saying, but because the other people that use them also would know what you're talking about.
right.
Yeah.
If you know, you know.
You know,
like
you know.
that's
Yeah.
what it is. It's not like.
But if
it's
you don't, you'd be like,
you'd be like, what are you talking about? Just like when Elon
and then
Musk,
they go, okay, never mind.
right. Just like when Elon Musk was like, oh, something, and I think like, not that I just think that Elon Musk, like, he just says some stuff sometimes that you can tell that he like has a different brain capacity than other people.
He 100% does.
And so there was something along the lines of like he said something like, oh, like, yeah, like are there going to be girls at the party, blah 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 blah, because he's interested in like going to party with women. Like,
No, that's what I'm saying. Like,
and so
they may have thought it was
right.
like a wild
and
time.
so he was like, and they were like, yeah, there's gonna be plenty of people, and he was like, yeah, but like, are there gonna be like women? Like, are there gonna be like women there?
Yeah.
Like, and
Yeah.
so they're like, yeah, nobody over 25. Like, and Elon's like, okay, I guess, but like, because he's like, literally, they're being like,
they're trying to.
I'm interested in partying with women. Like,
Yeah.
are women going to be at the party? And like, he's like, and they were like something about like, oh yeah, like, yeah, and we'll order this and order that. And he was like, why do I need to talk to you about that? Like, I'm not hungry. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. And so like, that just goes to show, like, they're talking about pizza to Elon Musk, and he's like, what are you talking about pizza?
Right.
But they're talking about pizza to other people, and like, oh,
They're like,
yeah,
yes,
I love pizza.
yeah.
I love these toppings with my pizza. And
Yeah.
I'm like,
So they know the code.
right. Or they'll be like, oh yeah, my favorite is like in the beginning when it's still pizza dough. They're talking about toddlers.
Yeah.
Like they're, or babies. Like that's what they're talking about. And so it's like that was a super easy code to crack. And I think they want it like, and the thing that I'm having the problem with is they're over sensationalizing it to the point, like, it's already bad enough. You don't have to make it worse.
Yeah.
Like that one photo that showed like the 2 chickens and like the
Yes.
kid, that was fake. That is not real. That is an art piece done by somebody a long time ago to, like, it's supposed to make you feel uncomfortable. It's supposed to make you feel disgusting because they're saying like, this is what basically capitalism is
Yeah.
doing. Like that's what the art piece is. That was not a real
Yeah.
thing from the Epstein files.
Now, him with burning with the magnifying glass, the little girl.
I don't know if that's
That,
real or not.
however, seems to be real.
Yeah, I don't know if that's
Allegedly.
real, but I didn't look that
Allegedly.
up. But also, I saw just like a brief, like, little thing, something saying about it, and I just scrolled past it because I can't.
Yeah, no, I can't look at it. Like, I can't either.
Yeah. No, it's really bad. Like, and I know that one of those images is real, and it's that little girl, and she's just like smiling, but her arms are duct taped to
Yeah.
the, so yeah. And that's really, really sad to me.
Well, the one with the magnifying glass, allegedly, people are saying is because remember how we talked about videos can be AI too, but videos can be, but it's a video of him,
Yeah.
actually Epstein,
Yeah.
allegedly, doing that, and she's screaming and he's laughing, and then there's an email about it. So people are like, all signs lead to yes, but then again, for the public, we're never gonna know until it's like.
Until the
them
system
showing
collapses.
us and collapse. Right.
Yeah.
This is real. This isn't.
It's
what
really
we
sad.
see online, we'll never know.
Right.
We'll never know.
And I think that's the thing is like I think they're showing this to us to see if we react.
Oh, like somebody said that too. A social, like just
Yeah.
like COVID.
It's a social
experiment.
Well, guess what was also talked about? Not specifically COVID-19, but, and I quote, and I verified this, pandemic simulation.
Yes, I saw
global
that.
pandemic
Yeah.
simulation.
Yep.
And I was like,
It's been
what?
that's actually been mentioned several places, not even just there. So
Yeah.
that should make us. There's people that said this is like the
Yeah.
when the pandemic comes, they knew. What do
Yeah.
you mean when it comes? This was
Right.
a year before it happened?
Right.
That's crazy. 2
Right.
years, 5 years, 10
because we
years?
already had established that it was a lab created thing.
Yeah.
They said that it came from Wuhan, China. Likely.
So what's interesting too about that is the fact that I lost my train of thought like I usually do. The social experiment part of it. One time when we covered that COVID was a social experiment,
Yeah.
we both said it's to see what they can do next and get
Right.
away with next. So
And I
now
think
they've
this
gone to
is-
another level
Yeah.
of seeing
Yeah.
when will people revolt. And
Yeah.
you know me, I'm like, we need Jesus. Like this is like so
Yeah.
far gone. But like how far can we go and the world and public will tolerate
Right. A lot. Because this is the thing, like, especially the because we're both technically millennials. So what is the one before that?
I don't know. We had this conversation last episode too.
The olds.
The boomers?
Those guys. Yeah, I think, well, boomers.
Is there one more?
And I think it's X.
I don't know.
Whatever. Because you were not born until the 80s, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I think my mom's in the other generation. She was born in 76. So like, it's like X and then boomers, right?
Yeah.
Well, boomers, I genuinely, in my heart of hearts, I feel so bad for them. I feel so genuinely bad for them because they're like, you have to understand, they grew up in a time that they didn't even have color television. Okay. Like women didn't have rights. Credit scores weren't even invented until like the 70s or 90s or something like that. Okay. So these people have no idea how to tell what's propaganda and what's not.
Yeah.
Like unless they have specifically done studies in it, like their professors or something like that, they have no idea.
Yeah.
And they're just going to believe the people that they've always trusted because that is how they are and that is who they are.
Yep.
And it sucks because you obviously can't trust those people, but also in the same breath, I feel so bad because yes, they are sheep and yes, they are this, but they don't even believe that they need to learn.
Yeah.
Right. That makes me feel really bad. I clicked out of my thing that I need. And that kind of stuff. But it's like, it just makes me like sad for them because I'm like, you guys are going to go to your graves fighting for something that is not real.
Yeah.
And that like really makes me upset. And then also like, it's just, sorry, I have the game pulled up that I want to play. And I had it exactly where I needed it to be. And so I'm like, hold on. Okay, there we go. Okay.
What time is it? Okay,
59.
we have 30 minutes.
Yeah, that's why I was like, probably in the next like 5, I was gonna like be like, hey, let's play a game.
Just lighten it up.
Yeah, just to like lighten it up a little bit, and also to be informational and educational. I think it's important to be specific about things, especially recently, because we are not only like spiritual warfare. I am so sorry to let everyone know that there are more than just angels and demons. There are many other things out there, guys. And so it's really important to know which things are which. And also like, it's just like a fun little thing. But yeah, so
Jezebel spirit is strong as well.
Oh yeah. But that, I think that goes under demonic. Like, I mean, anything that is like obviously demonic spirit, but there are some things like,
but even with demons, sometimes you have to be specific.
Yeah, literally call them by their name and say you are banished, like that kind of stuff. It's really important. But yeah, I guess like we can just like get into the game. So basically, so we're gonna start a new little segment. Like maybe we'll do like a little game, a little this, a little that. But this one is something that I'm gonna call "Is it demonic?" Okay,
Demonic or not?
Is it demonic? Demonic or not? And so I have a list of 10 different things, and I'm gonna say what they are. And you're going to tell me whether you think it's demonic or not.
Be 10 out of 10.
Right. And I do think you're going to say 10 out of 10. But there are a few of them that like are really like, it's like, I know you're going to be like, that's demonic. And it sounds like it should be, but it's technically not. Okay. So like, so I'm in just like being like very specific. Okay. So it starts out, pretty like, I mean, I don't know, it doesn't really start out anything. They're all mixed in, so like there's some heavy ones, there's some weird ones. Anyways, so number 1, the evil eye. Do you think that's demonic? Yes or no?
I literally just had this conversation with somebody and because he's very Christian and on his coin it has it's of course we're talking about this and Blazer's being weird.
Oh yeah, hi Blazer. I see him. He's just laying there looking at me.
Why?
I don't know.
Okay. It has that on it, but he put a cross through it. But anyways, it's a whole thing. The evil eye, like the blue one.
Yeah.
The only thing I can go off is what I looked up.
Yeah.
Whether it's biblically correct, I don't know, but I know it as demonic. It's to ward off evil. It's actually so a lot of you, I don't know if a lot of you know this about me, but we'll just do a quick thing so we can get back into the game. But I was a crystal girl. I had evil eyes all over my house. I had crystals all over my house,
Mm-hmm.
which in itself, a crystal's not demonic,
Mm-hmm.
but thinking that it has more power than Jesus or anything else
Right.
is where you're playing with fire.
Yeah.
I had a thing with mediums. I had a thing with energy.
Mm-hmm.
I had a thing with that whole universe world
Mm-hmm.
for a very long time, and I'm very well versed in it. And I was told by others that all of that is demonic. But like we
course.
talked,
Yeah.
right, like we talked about with intention and stuff. But so with that being said, I had evil eyes all over my house because my belief at that time was that they were to protect you. They were to ward off evil. You put them, I had a wind chime by my front door that was evil eyes. I
Yeah.
had them in all over my house, all
Yeah.
over my house.
Yeah.
And then I was told, no, don't do that. Get rid of that. In fact, you have to break them and get them far away from you. So that's where I'm at.
He loves me. It's not demonic. Evil eyes are not demonic. They're like people say they're demonic, but it's actually rooted in like Greek and Gypsy racism. So these are just symbols that like Greek people use to like ward off spirits and stuff, but it's not rooted in any type of demonology, any type of anything
No.
like that. Right. So that would mean not demonic.
Yeah. So the way that Pastor Mike explained it to me was that if you really truly put your belief into that this symbol is warding off evil, that you could very well be exposing yourself to demonic tendency, I guess you could say. So no, the symbol itself is not demonic.
Right.
And also what I like, the all-seeing eye type thing.
Yeah, but this is not the all-seeing
No,
eye.
you're talking
Yeah.
about the blue.
Yeah,
it's
the blue,
Yes,
the little,
yes, yes.
the little jewelry that
Yes.
Greek grandmothers
and,
wear.
And of course, most people say yes. I mean, most people say that it's something evil because it's called an evil eye.
Yeah.
But that's
But
why
it's
I
to
was,
ward off
right,
evil. Yeah. Yeah.
And so
So
I've had
technically,
one
no,
break,
it's not demonic. It's not
like
demonic.
combust.
Yeah.
It was in my car and it was horrifying.
Right. And I definitely think
because they
that,
say
like,
that when it gets filled with enough bad energy that it
It'll
absorbs,
break.
it breaks. But I choose to not be into that stuff anymore because
Yeah.
it feels like
because
I'm
you were
relying
worshiping
on
the
that.
things and you weren't worshiping God.
Yes.
Yeah.
So to me, that was
yeah. But just because, like, but that's
Right, that
important.
doesn't
It's
make it
not,
demonic.
It's not demonic.
Yeah.
Okay. This one is definitely going to get you. The Satanic Temple.
the Satanic Temple.
And when I'm saying, is it demonic? I mean, does it have to do with demonology and demons?
Okay.
Or is it something else? That's essentially what I'm saying. All of these are hard, by the way. The Satanic Temple, are they demonic?
Well, I mean, on the outside, especially because you're saying it like that, I would say no, because like you said, it's not based on demonology. That's
They
based
don't worship
on
Satan, by the way.
It's not based on Satanism.
No. They do not worship Satan. The reason that it's called the Satanic Temple is because they were intentionally trying to say, we are the opposite of these Christians that we see doing these things and not following.
I know
their
the Church of
tenets and
Satan 100%.
Yeah.
So that's different. The Church of Satan does 100% worship
Oh yeah,
Satan.
yeah. But the Satanic Temple.
Okay.
That's why I'm like I intentionally chose.
And then there's like
ambiguous, hard
and
ones,
people could
yeah.
argue it. There's that other side where they could say, because you are choosing to use these terms and this, I guess you could say, ideology of like, well, we're so anti that we're going to call it the Temple.
Well,
of Satan.
it's
What
not
is it?
anti the Satanic Temple, but it's not anti anything. It's just that they simply did not want to be seen as the same as the churches in their areas were seen, because they didn't feel like their churches were actually following the 10 Commandments and all of those kind of stuff. So they were being very blasphemous. So they were like, we do not want to be seen anything like that. What's the opposite of Christ is Satan. So we're going to be the opposite of you guys. We're going to show that, like,
no, I'll argue that one. That sounds that sounds like what a demon would say.
yeah.
I
say that though.
good.
No, I've seen plenty of churches that are completely corrupt. I want nothing to do with them.
100%.
I don't call myself Christian.
Satan.
I call myself spiritual.
But you don't call yourself Satan.
No, but I understand why.
That's a little extreme.
I understand why somebody would.
100%.
Yeah. And
church is the level of corruption in most churches is insane.
Yeah.
That I do not
a
disagree with.
lot of those are
a lot
demonic. A lot of churches
yes,
are demonic.
Yes.
So
a lot of pastors, 100%. Okay, what's next?
next. Oh, this one's Baphomet.
Demonic. I mean, I've always thought that worshiping Baphomet, I always thought that Baphomet is, I don't know. I've always thought it was a demon, but
it is.
As far as I know.
It is.
Yeah.
It's demonic. I was like, it is demonic.
Yeah.
Some people will argue, like, is it demonic or is it just like goth art? Is it? No.
It's demonic. I didn't know if it was an actual
Baphomet is a demon.
Well, you're making me think.
Yeah.
I
no,
mean,
see, that's what I mean.
Unfortunately,
Like,
I do know a lot about Baphomet.
No, don't say unfortunately, because you have to know about your enemy in order to.
Yeah, well, it was an unfortunate way. I didn't want to be part of all that. But, yeah, Baphomet is a wild situation.
Baphomet is a wild situation, and it is demonic. So we're good. See, I told you these would be like kind of hard, right?
Well, no, the obvious ones I'm trying to see if there's like a twist to it.
Yeah, like the
where it's
Satanic
like,
Temple one is probably like the biggest like twist. Yeah, but
yeah, no, Baphomet. Yes, I would like to say demonic, and I rebuke it.
Correct. That is
In Jesus' name.
Generally, like
I do not have the power to rebuke.
Specifically, like when you know, like in terms of like demonology and stuff like that. Yes, Baphomet is absolutely demonic. Okay.
And they also have a lot of Hollywood elites do
Mercury retrograde. Is that demonic? I know it's hard. It makes you think, right?
Well, because I was told pretty much anything to do with like that universe shit and the energies and
but
all
God
that.
created the universe and God created energy and God created.
That's what brought me to Christianity was actually I was all into the universe and I said, well, God is the universe.
Where did this come from?
Right.
And you're still allowed to worship God and the universe like as one.
So yeah, but I wasn't doing both.
Yeah. You were worshiping crystals.
I was worshiping
and
like energy.
Yeah.
No.
Correct. It's not demonic because the stars are not demonic. That's generally the simple answer.
Right.
Like stars, it's not demonic.
And that's where I think that when people say
and the
demonic,
North Star,
like you said, when people say demonic, I think that they're looking at when you're putting other things ahead.
Right.
Of like,
well, yeah, but like, because like I said, it's really important to like do the specific, like we need to know like specifically what is actually demonic and what are people just saying demonic, because if we're doing it that way, then so does demonic.
Yeah.
Like
no, that's why I send you those funny. The one
I'm like, it's hard. It's really hard.
Like when he's like ice cream is demonic. Screaming. So you want torture? You're demonic.
Yeah, I'm like okay.
They're so funny. I mean, they're obviously goofing, but they're funny.
And also, it's
like,
really hard because oh my gosh.
But it's also like you said. At the same time, if you feel convicted or called that something's off or wrong and you feel like it might have like demonic intentions, you feel that, then that's your discernment. You can feel that doesn't mean that it's biblically or demonic.
I beg to question though, do they feel demonic or do you know that they are taking away from your relationship with God? Because those are two different things.
Yeah.
So like,
they're pulling you from God.
Right. Exactly. So that just because something pulls you away from God doesn't mean that it's demonic. Right. Okay. So next, sleep paralysis.
Interesting. But I'd like to not, but okay, here's where I'm at. I want to say it's demonic.
Right.
Here's where I'm at though. Okay. If this is a medical explanation, I don't buy it.
Yeah. Like for sleep paralysis?
Yes.
Okay. So, it does say that it's not demonic.
And it's a medical.
Right.
Yeah. I don't believe that.
And so, but the thing is, they can't but this is the thing about it. Like, it's so random.
I don't care. It is not medical.
Demonology isn't random.
I'll tell you this. Chad's mom used to have it, and she 100% was like, that is a demon. She's like, it is a fucking demon. She's like, it is the scare. Like, is the scare. They could find nothing medically wrong with her, though. So,
yeah. Because it's not, they don't know why sleep paralysis happens. But it's not
demon.
Demonic. Okay.
Because it's a demon.
Well, angels talk to you the same way.
But why are you so scared? You wouldn't be scared. Most people are terrified.
Angels say, do not be afraid. It's the first thing they say.
Right.
Every
so
time someone sees an angel, they're terrified.
For a second.
Right. So if
but
the
that's
demon
like,
said...
she was like, I felt like I was literally being held down. I hate it. I don't hope I never experience it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But it
sounds so scary.
I was like, but...
I'm not convinced. I'm not sold.
It's not demonic.
It's
sleep
demonic.
paralysis is not demonic.
It's a demon.
If it were demonic, then it would go after people that believe in God more. But it's just anybody
go
can
after
get
weak people too. Oh, sorry,
not
no offense.
really.
Doesn't mean you're weak, but
not as much.
That's how they get in.
They're not.
That's how they get in.
They're not afraid of people that have potential.
No, but that's how they
or that don't have potential.
Nefarious changed my mind on that. I'm not gonna lie. I know it's a movie, but it changed my mind on realizing that they do like to infiltrate a lot of times people that are either just starting to get into the Christian faith or some kind of religion, or that could be easily influenced. And then of course their goal is to stop the strong people, like you said. But I'm not convinced on sleep paralysis. I'll let you know if I ever have it happen and tell you what.
Well,
I rebuke it. I hope I never get it.
Sleep paralysis,
I won't.
it's not demonic. Like, how
It's demonic.
how is it demonic? How is that demonic?
I don't know.
Right.
It seems like it's something taking over your body. And especially sleep, witching hour and sleep, that's where all ex-witches and all people that have studied, like you said, demonology, say that when you're sleeping in at night is like the perfect time to, and all the ex-witches say like, oh, when we would want to, they say that they astral project. And they say that they would know the people that prayed and they know the people of faith because they couldn't get into them. They couldn't get down into them. They had almost like a shield around them.
Right.
But they loved when it was sleep time. They loved that. They loved the dreams. So that makes me think, well, sleep paralysis, that kind of makes sense. It's like, we're controlling this person. Let's see how deep we can get into them. Let's see if we can take over their mind, their thoughts. Let's see what we can do.
Yeah.
Because she said that's a lot of it was like testing to see what they could do.
Right.
Testing to see who they could infiltrate. This is people saying they're ex-witches.
Yeah.
I don't know. But
Yeah.
So that's why.
Okay. What happens if you have sleep paralysis when you're taking a nap in the middle of the day then?
Same thing. You're still sleeping.
Yeah, but it's not witching hour.
You're still sleeping.
So
she said you're most vulnerable when you're sleeping.
So anybody that's sleeping...
You're more vulnerable if you don't protect yourself with prayer, according to this ex-witch. Again, I don't know if that's even...
Yeah.
This is just what she's saying, and many others have said.
I don't think anybody that talks about it on the internet can do that. But...
Well, who knows?
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's like...
She said she's, born again and wants to expose how they do these things.
Yeah.
And how to protect yourself from them.
Yeah, or she wants internet clout.
Of course.
Both of those things. So the next one, Ouija boards, which, let me say, are produced by Hasbro.
I've heard great things about them. Are they on the list?
I don't know.
Probably.
I didn't check for
I
that.
do believe Ouija boards are demonic. I've encountered at least 3 people in my life who have used them and had... One was they saw a man with a candle in front of his face, something along those lines. One saw shadow people. One said a demon was invited and didn't leave them for like years when doing that. And then there's kids that play it and use it and nothing happens. Their hands don't move and they never see anything. So I do believe if you are deeply intending with the intention of, I want to summon some shit, you can.
Yeah. Overall, demonic. Therefore, communicating with spirits.
Yeah. Yeah.
Necromancy is something that's often it's considered demonic.
Yeah.
It's the same, like, that's why mediums get thrown in there a little bit. That I didn't look up mediums.
Well, I mean,
on my
some
list,
people
but,
might
like,
go, it's a cardboard, but it's the intent. That's what
yeah,
people are not understanding.
no, because it's like, so you're saying Hasbro is distributing demon boards to kids, like,
correct.
yeah,
Where have I not
Yeah.
had I not met people,
yeah,
and I'm talking like, I don't know if she wants me to say it, but a very good friend of mine's sister still feels like she's battling this demon that they like summoned, and somebody's aunt said they did it, somebody's mom said they did it, and it happened to them. So if, like, I just find it interesting, like I said, there's probably some kids that don't know what they're doing, and they're like, oh my gosh, like,
I
don't
overall
think you should
consider
play
those
with it.
a demonic. It's
Yeah,
like a
Tyler
culty.
actually had a shirt that had like this was when he was not who he is now, and he actually got rid of it.
Right. Okay. Demonology.
No, that's not demonic. Demonology, the study of demons.
Right.
No.
Right. Correct. Not demonic.
No.
Which that one in the Satanic Temple thing, I knew those were going to throw off the most.
Well,
no,
I'm
because
smart, Tessa.
Yeah.
Like the demonology, studying something, I'm all for. That's why I'm saying I'm all for learning about these things.
Yeah.
And having the
Because
knowledge.
pastors speaking about spiritual warfare, that's not demonic, but that is about demonology.
Right.
So that
Right.
was kind of the like reasoning,
no,
like
100%.
behind that.
No, if you worship, studying, no. Mm-hmm. And again, I think it does depend on the intention. If you're studying it because you want to like summon them and know everything about them to become one with them, maybe I guess it could be. But no,
well,
as a whole,
I think what you use it for could be.
Yeah.
But I don't think knowledge in
actual-
general.
no.
No, I don't think knowledge in general is demonic. But I think using that knowledge to enact violence and hurting other people.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Manifestation journaling.
Okay. Again, I did that, and I go back to basically being told that everything I did was in some way demonic.
Yeah. Which I have some huge problems with that. But
here's the thing. I've heard the term manifest used in church. It's used in the same realm as praying. Okay. So no, do I think writing out things that you see, this is where it gets tricky because it depends, how a lot of times so if, as a whole, I would say no. If you dig deeper, can it be? I think anything really could be.
Yeah, technically anything could if you think about it that way.
I mean, I have, in the Bible, I have in my Bible chat, my pastor, again, these are not things that you worship because they don't, and my pastor says all the time, I am not above you. I'm not like anything higher than you. I'm not closer to God than you. Like, I'm a person. That's it. But where they say, write down some things that you want to pray over, write down. So really it's similar in action, writing something down.
Yeah, it's not considered demonic because prayer journals.
Yeah, no, that's
It's
what I'm saying.
thing,
So
yeah.
I've actually heard the actual word manifest used.
Yeah.
Now I used to use it a lot, and I used to like.
Yeah.
I feel like that was on the borderline of like some weird witchcraft shit where it's like you're repeatedly.
Yeah.
So repetitiveness can sometimes be considered ritualistic. So
But then again, in the Bible, God says to keep asking.
yes, keep asking. Yes, they just talked about that. Well, it was like a couple months ago at church, but keep asking, but repetitive in the way of like writing the same thing down like 500 times because you think you're going to manifest it. Like that's where it can get a little tricky.
Yeah.
Like it depends how you're doing things.
I
But
don't
again,
think any
intention
of,
I do think is
I don't
important.
think journaling. I don't think any.
No, I don't
like
think
journaling like that is
no.
inherently like
No,
demonic or
no,
anything like that
no.
either. Okay, last one. 10. Tarot cards.
Demonic. I think that anything that has to, so again, anything that has to do with psychic, they're considering that psychic because they're reading the cards, so they're not the ones predicting it, but what's coming through those cards is what I believe to be the same thing as when a medium is trying to talk to the other side.
Yeah.
You're being guided with these cards.
But what if you're using those cards to communicate with God?
What? Explain.
You're praying. I'm someone that needs...
You're praying.
Subtleness doesn't work on me. And so when I'm praying and I'm like, God, I need you to lead me in the right direction. I need you to like, I don't know what decision I need to make. Like, please, like, I'm going to like pull this card. Like, if you could please speak to me through this so that I can have a better understanding of where you want me to go. Like, I don't think that tarot cards inherently are... I think it's very important.
They should be messed with, but you should be.
Yeah.
I think if you're, I believe I'm reading The Secrets of the Secret Place right now. That you can accomplish that without cards or this or that, and you can, go in your secret place and you're supposed to be quiet. Blazer, what are you doing?
Quiet and then
listen. They say listen. That's where people fail, is they don't listen. So yeah, I mean, the cards, I don't think that you need that. I don't know what you're messing with doing that, even if your intention's good. So I prefer personally not to.
Yeah.
Didn't mean that. Yeah. You turn a card.
I do tarot cards sometimes still. Yeah. And I do them with prayer. And that's the thing, like I do them in prayer moments when I'm like,
but most people don't. People don't.
Yeah.
So, the cards themselves, are they demonic? Probably not. They're pieces of paper, cardboard, but how you use them, how most people use them, probably.
When you use the cards as end all be all,
yeah,
I'm gonna ask the cards, not the cards. I'm gonna ask God, and it's the same thing. Like, to me, this is the way that I use it. It's the same thing as like I'm praying and I'm like, God, I really need you to lay a scripture on my heart that like I need to hear, that I need to, anything like that, and then I'll open my Bible app, I'll do random scroll, blah blah blah, click.
Yeah,
I feel like it's to me that is the same thing.
Yeah.
But also it's because I'm putting it in God's hands first, and I'm envisioning myself being in a place with God, and like in my
yes. And some people say the images on the cards.
You can get cards that are cute.
Ones
like you don't have to get cards that are like weird, like that. Like you can literally get cards that are like Pokemon.
Like that's the death card. Okay,
Pokemon tarot cards. Like you can, like that's the thing about it. It's just like, but. Again, like all of that going back. So like when we think, and we can just put all of this together, because when you are having crystals and you do have evil eyes and you do have all of this stuff and you do have everything like that, like granted, I do think that God put all of these things on this earth for us to use as resources. However, when you are waking up and you're like, okay, for example, I wake up, I'm like, thank God for this day. Thank you for providing me with all of these resources that I have. Instead of, like, that's proper. If you wake up and you go, I'm so glad that the selenite above my door protected me through the night. Yeah. That's when you start having, it's like, okay. That was me. Right. That was right. And it's really easy to do that because crystals do hold energy. This is true. Yeah.
And the planets hold energy.
Healing. Yeah. The planets, the moon, the earth, everything. And so they do have healing properties, meaning like different frequencies and vibrations can affect your body physically in different ways. Yes. However, you have to ask, how did they get these?
Right.
Where did this come from? How is this able to do that? And if your answer is anything besides God, then that's like
100%
creator.
Yeah.
Like so that's where it gets like,
if this dog knocks his camera over, sit down.
Sit.
Yeah, so I know I joke, like I said, and I pretty much say everything is demonic, but I mean, I do have the wherewithal to be like, okay, but also if I feel like it could have potential, right? Like with the cards, I'm not saying that if somebody flips tarot card, they're going to be demon possessed or open a portal to hell.
But it's
but if I feel like it could have a potential to do that, I'd rather just not mess with it.
It's the same thing. Like, this is the same reason you don't take an alcoholic to the bar.
Right.
Like
that
because
was
you
my
know,
experience with it. Like
where
how Tyler
you're called,
said,
yeah.
Hotel Casadega. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like very big on like the tarot cards and all that stuff, but
Yeah.
they don't use them in like that kind of spiritual way. Like
Yeah.
they're into channeling, like
Yeah.
you said.
Yeah, which is fake.
Other
First of all,
sides,
I will say
yeah.
9 times out of 10, fake. Fake. There are certain people that I feel like that are playing with deals that they shouldn't
Yeah.
be making, and those people are having abilities
Right.
that other people aren't having, and because of the contracts that they're signed with demonic
So like,
entities.
you know, when people do like
But-
the psychic thing and they're like, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
there's a lady with brown hair, and they're like
Yeah.
describing a person. They're like, that's my aunt. Like
Right.
whatever.
Yeah.
Some people say either it's complete bullshit.
Yeah.
Like the person knows how to manipulate people.
Yeah.
Or the people that really are channeling something, like you said, that have these contracts, or they're talking to demons that
Yeah.
the demons already know what your grandma looks like.
Yeah.
So they're able to just actually,
Of
they're
course.
really truly describing your grandma
Yeah.
for this person. And they're able to say that. And the person's like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Like, do you think Long Island medium,
Necromancy. Oh, I don't believe that.
do you think she's full of shit?
No, I don't think
Or do you
she's
think
full of
she's
shit.
channeling
Okay,
demons?
here's two things. Joseph in the Bible, coat of many colors,
Okay.
had visions regularly,
Right. No.
and could
That's good
and
you bring
saw
that up.
into the future and predicted all of these things and could see. That is not the same as being like, I feel like I think that people,
I see your
can
son next to you.
Right. I think people can have prophetic visions, and I think that God speaks to you through your dreams. I definitely believe in that. I think that people can have visions because the Bible talks so clearly about how it's one of, I think, one of God's favorite kinds of communication.
No, that's what I was going to say. I've seen in church.
But
I've experienced it. Where
Just
they're
being like, I can see dead people.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, I know that you've messed around with necromancy.
Yeah.
I know that's what you're doing. And it does explicitly say not to do that.
Right.
Like, it explicitly says, hey, don't try to communicate with the dead.
Well, it doesn't help that she uses tarot. Like, that's what I'm saying. She puts
Yeah.
like, these people put a bad, like,
Image on other things.
yes,
Right.
And she does the crystals, and she's going like
Right.
this, and she does the sage, and she does the
Yeah.
whole ordeal.
Well, because
she does
you
the whole stereotypical
Yeah.
thing that you would think
Right.
someone like that would do.
Exactly.
Right. Like
The same, like,
I'm
this-
supposed to do all these ritualistic things, but like
Right.
you said, I've been in church and had like an elder praying for me, and
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I literally watched them go, like, not speaking in tongues, they were
Yeah.
speaking English,
Yeah.
but they were like looking up, and they were like kind of asking Jesus, like, give me some, like, that sounds psychic. That sounds like where I've been to a meeting before where they do the same thing. They go, come on. They call it the, I've pushed that so far out of my mind. I almost said they call it the Holy Spirit.
You're like, nope, they don't. They call it something. They call
It's
it
your
something.
spirit guide.
Oh, spirit guide. Yeah, yeah.
I rebuke.
Which,
But they go, please, spirit guide. Like, they do the same thing that this person was doing in church. So I had to evaluate that
Yeah.
and go, okay, it's similar.
Yeah.
They were asking
And it is
God
because
for guidance. They were like, Lord, please
we can
tell
have
me what
spirit
this person
guides.
like needs right now.
Yeah.
And it was shocking because I didn't tell them anything. And there were some things that I was like,
yeah. Yeah.
that was pretty accurate.
Well, because
I mean, they're not predicting my
because
future, but they were like,
spirit guides
I'm
are
seeing
real,
this is
but
what you need to hear right now.
spirit guides aren't evil. Spirit guides are, there's both. So the same as like an angel appears to you, an angel appeared to, that's a spirit guide.
Yeah.
An angel appeared to Mary, told her she's gonna, give birth to Jesus. Like, that is a spirit guide. But it's just that, like, that's why when people talk about the veil, and the veil is thin, and all of this stuff, and like how you need to protect yourself from this and this and that, this is why I have like a problem with people making, especially pastors, making blanket statements about how, like, oh, this entire group of things is demonic. And I'm like, no, because now you're telling an entire group of people, anytime I see something like this, is demonic. So if an angel comes to you,
I'm glad that our church doesn't, like, they
Yeah.
just don't they've never blanket statement, like they just don't do that.
Yeah.
They do say that they believe there's spiritual warfare going on, but they don't blanket statements like
so much stuff. Right.
Like I'm going to be turned off.
Right.
I'm going to be like,
exactly.
Okay, no, like that's not what I'm here. Like
because
I get it. The church needs money, so we do.
It's a spiritual gift.
We give as much as we can.
Yeah,
we do. We give every month.
Yeah.
So I think it's every week.
Yeah.
But if that's all I heard, I couldn't. I couldn't.
Right.
Like
100%. And like tithing is a whole other thing. I feel like I could go on and on about that for ages.
Oh, I do too. I do too.
And especially because, like, if you read what tithing is actually supposed to be, like, don't do it right now.
Oh my God. No,
don't do it right now. I was like, because tithing, like, you're not supposed to be giving money to church. No. You're not supposed to be giving money to church.
To give. No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
In the church, like the churches that say you have to tithe, they are like, you need to give 10% or you don't love God.
Right. Which is not, like, literally people are, like it said, you're supposed to use 10% of your things that you, because think back in the day,
that's
like,
what, it was like a
farm stuff. Right. So you're supposed to take 10% of all of your things and bring it to the church, and you guys as a community feast on all of the things. That's what you're supposed to be doing. So if you're bringing 10% of your money, because, you know, what are you going to bring? Like 10% of all the Uber Eats things you ordered? Right. Like you bring 10% of your money, you go to church, and it's supposed to go to strengthening the entire community of church, not just the pastors, not just to fund this, not just to fund the that, because you're supposed to have faith that God's going to provide the funding for the rest of those things. You're not supposed to be relying on your church members.
That's the thing, is when, like, and then, you know, it gets a little sticky when they say things like, I've seen a pastor say it, like those mega churches, where they're like, somebody might say, like, well, I can't pay my rent if I give that much, and he's like, it's okay, God will take care of it.
Yeah.
And they're like, okay, and they have that faith, and they're like, okay, I still don't have
right. Just like God will take care of that money burden that you have.
Like,
right?
What?
God did take care of it by giving me this paycheck.
That's not what I believe God wants.
No. And they'll say donations. And that's the tricky thing that they'll say instead of, tithing. So they're like, no. They're like, I gave money. They're like, but that was a donation. That wasn't your tithe.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Ew. They
mega
do call
churches
it tithing.
Like
even on the app, it says tithe. Like,
yeah.
Ew.
But there are some people be like,
so then
we need to have a new wing of,
use that differently too.
Correct. And that's why I have a problem with like mega churches. Like if you are at any point in time flying down from the ceiling,
ever, you
should just keep going down straight to hell.
Yeah. Or you don't need smoke machines at church. You just don't. You just don't need a smoke machine.
You really don't.
There's really no
will
need.
Say, sometimes the laser lights are kind of cool.
Our church is. I don't want to say the word boring. That's the wrong term because I love it. I think it's fun.
Boring is good.
The band is
boring
great,
is what it's supposed to be.
But there's no
boring in terms of like visuals.
Yeah. I mean, there's a screen. There's a screen up there.
That's okay.
But
it's okay that there's a screen.
No and all it is the scripture that he's talking about. But there's no like lights. There's no
And
there's nothing.
Great. That's how it's supposed to be, right?
Nothing.
Because again,
there is. Hold on. Behind
verse.
the big sides of the where they come in and out of, there's a little like blue hue.
Oh,
like this.
Yeah, but it's not like a super major laser light production.
No.
Yeah. So that's the thing is I just think that like, you know, it's just kind of important, especially now, especially with all of this propaganda that we're about to get, because they release the files, of course, but but it's just going to be propaganda for a while.
One thing I do want to say, because I sound like I'm like my church, like that's bordering.
No, but you went through a lot,
and I'm not gonna do that. What I will say is, I do like my church. I feel we belong, like accepted as far as that goes. I feel comfortable there. I like the message. It's all last sermon was talking about how if you know, being the word Jesus based.
Exactly.
That's it.
And
it's
you
Jesus
don't
based. There's
like,
nothing else.
You would have zero problem and you would have zero like any second doubts or thoughts or anything like that.
However, if something happened, or I am not going to be blind to recognizing like leave, because I don't want to advise people to be like, oh, if you he's gonna knock that freaking camera down, man. Well, he keeps trying to walk through it.
He did walk through it originally. Here,
He doesn't know what to do. He doesn't know what to do. Just sit. It's okay. Good boy.
Yeah, I'll pet you. Good boy.
I am not going to put loyalty, I guess you could say.
Yeah, over,
my loyalty is to
yeah,
Jesus.
exactly.
Our loyalty
Yeah.
is to Jesus.
Yeah.
So if I ever felt that was like going in a different direction,
Yeah.
or I felt a discernment in any way, shape, or form,
Yeah.
I didn't like messages that were being told,
Yeah.
I'm done.
Yeah, exactly. But I think it's good that you talk about your church because it's important to see and talk about the difference.
Yes.
As well.
Yes.
And I know that you wouldn't feel any type of shame or doubt or worry inviting someone to your church.
No, not at all.
So that's the thing about it.
In
It's
fact,
just like
I welcome people, and the thing about it is like you said, is I think it's because they talk about stuff like that. They're like, this, while we want people here, and obviously we need people here,
Yeah.
or the church goes
Right.
away. This is not where you build your relationship with Christ.
Correct.
This is where you build community and church family,
right,
and
so that
it's somewhere
you can
to
find
go.
more trustworthy
Yes.
people. And now, not everybody that goes to church is a trustworthy person, but
Nope,
going to church
sure
should
as heck
help
not.
you learn discernment.
Yes, it does. And it really does. And also, you know, speaking of, I don't know what people want people to know, but I think they talked about it on the episode, but like
Yeah.
one of his friends that he works with, like started going to our church,
Yeah.
and he, you know, he really likes it. And again, it's like one of those things where if something were to feel off, I am not going to ignore that.
Right.
Period. Like, just, I won't. And I'm not going to be blinded by the fact that I'm like, oh, I like it here.
Right.
Oh, well,
Right. Right. Exactly.
does not change anything that has to do with my relationship with Jesus.
Right.
In any way, shape, or form, or God.
Yeah.
Like, it
Yeah.
does not change it. Does not change it. And I like that they talk about that.
Mm-hmm.
And one thing I do like is that they don't put down, I mean, every now and then they'll say something like, you know, you don't need, they'll say that literally, like, you don't need the smoke machines. You don't need to come down from the ceiling. But they don't put down other pastors or other churches
Yeah.
or say things like, because he did say once, you know, during the Charlie Kirk thing, he was like,
Yeah.
you know, it's really hard to see how all these pastors are basically saying, if your church isn't essentially red or blue, like
Yeah.
kind of making it
Yeah,
political,
yeah.
then you need to leave that church. And he's like, I'm never going to tell you that. And
Yeah.
I don't think that should be brought into this
Right.
whatsoever.
Yeah.
Do I think the nation is suffering?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do I think that we should be doing this side versus this side thing? Absolutely not.
But I do think that it's really important, especially in the evangelical space, like of church leaders and stuff like that. It actually is really important for them to call out their other churches that are not doing the right thing.
Yeah, and exactly.
In
And
the
he
Bible,
kind of
it
did
says
in that
to-
way.
Yeah, no,
but
in
like
that, the way that you're saying it, perfect.
Yeah.
What he did, perf. And so, but in the Bible, it does say that you're supposed to hold your Christian brothers and sisters accountable. Your
Yes.
Christian brothers and sisters, not people who don't know God.
right, because they don't know, and that's
Right.
where you can step in and
Right.
pray for them.
Yeah,
or, you know,
but you can't. You're. It's not our jobs to call people out who are not believers. It's our jobs to call people out who are
yes,
misrepresenting our
and that's
faith.
where we say we're
Yeah.
allowed to judge, and so stop being mad at us for judging, because
Yeah.
we're allowed to judge. We're just
I'm
allowed to
judging
judge
people
righteously.
who are misrepresenting.
We're allowed to judge
faith.
righteously. We're
Yeah.
not judging them based off their hair, their status, their riches. I mean, we
Yeah.
try our best not to, but
Yeah, I mean, I definitely still do judge
I
a little bit.
still do.
Maybe even a lot. But
yeah. I mean, you can judge off
Some of it
behavior.
I'm supposed
you
to.
can judge off behavior. That is judging righteously. If somebody is behaving in a way that you don't align with, you can judge them. That does not mean you can condemn them. You
Right.
can judge them.
Yeah.
Now that's on them to repent. Like you can't be like that girl. I sent you her. I
Yeah.
finally found her.
I don't know what you're talking. I haven't looked at my messages
Look,
today.
remember how I talk about the girl that's always yelling in the street, and you're like, that's not.
Oh, yeah.
That's actually in the Bible
Yeah.
of beware.
Beware of these
And
people.
I found her finally and sent it to you. She does not like she's not like, hey, can I pray for you? You
Right.
know, she's like,
She
you're
condemns
going
people
to
in shame.
hell.
Right.
You need to do this.
Yeah.
You're doing this. You're doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Because she'll stand in front of bars and stuff. And I'm like, okay, I don't think
Yeah.
this is a false teacher. This is
Right.
a false preacher. This is not love. This is not
Right.
like, and I do that sometimes. I'll be like, if you're doing this, you're demonic, but that's not really what you're supposed to do. It's
Yeah.
not. And that's why we say we need to live more like Jesus did, which
Yeah.
was love all.
Yeah. Hang out with 12 men at a time.
Yeah. I mean,
Turn
you
water into
know,
wine.
Yeah.
You know, feast.
But people turn
clean people's feet.
people turn the hanging out. Yeah. Jesus just hung out with thieves and
Yeah.
prostitutes.
Yeah.
But
well, I mean, he did.
they turn that into a weird. So when people, remember how we said people twist it?
Yeah.
And we all probably do twist it to where it fits our narrative a little
Yeah.
bit because that's what we understand. But I think people twist that one a lot and go, well, I can do these things.
Yeah.
And it's fine. And that's not what it's saying. It's saying that he will still love you and
Yeah.
you can still repent and he will cleanse you of those
Yeah.
sins. It doesn't mean you can just keep doing them
Yeah.
and
Right.
like it's accepted, but that doesn't mean you're condemned. Like you can change it.
Yeah.
You can repent.
Right.
That's what repentance is turning away from sin, turning
Yeah.
away from it, which we all have to do daily.
Yeah. Right.
I do things that I shouldn't do, and whether it be like yelling at your husband, like
Yeah.
technically you're not supposed to do certain things. It can be very strict and specific, right?
Yeah.
But I love the fact when they say like it's not a rule book.
Yeah.
It's a guide, you know, like these people turn away from
But then
Christianity.
also the whole thing about it is like we all know that King James changed a lot of the things in the Bible.
Oh yeah,
in-
no, I know.
in the
well,
late
nobody listens to
1800s.
the King James
Like,
version.
It's the number one version
You
in
know,
America.
and I
Like-
so our church is big on American. I never know how to say the New
American Standard
American
SV.
NASV. Thank you. NASV. That's a tongue twister to me. I
And
don't know why.
NLT, New Living Translation.
NLT, NIV. Personally, my Bibles are NIV, just because they're easy to understand.
Yeah.
The NASV. Thank you. Did I do it? Also easy to understand. But occasionally there's a scripture they'll read from King James. Occasionally.
Yeah.
Very rare.
Yeah.
But it's here and there. But if he's reading
Yeah.
like actual
Yeah.
like verses, it's usually one of those.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, King
it's the
James-
same as like now the Epstein files are being released. Now we know that there are a lot of people who lied. Okay. King James is the original Epstein files. Okay. He murdered thousands of women, no trial, accused them of being witches. And at this time, he also took 4 public gay lovers. Public. Okay. These are things about King James. And he was the one that got to decide what the modern Bible looks like. And I think he messed it up.
And I don't know what it was. Maybe it's because of just speaking to different people and pastors and asking like, what are some good ones that will help me understand a little better or are easy to understand? And like, that was never one that was mentioned.
No, but a lot of the
which I find
American
interesting.
translations are translated from, they're not translated from the original Greek and Aramaic Bibles. They're translated from
Yeah.
the one that we brought over when we colonized America.
Yeah.
I think we should wrap up soon because it's getting hard to keep him from going
Okay.
over there.
Yeah. And it's
I'm trying,
been like
but
5 hours.
I like every 5 seconds.
But
I'm
yeah,
like,
so anyway, I do. The NIV was suggested a lot to me.
yeah, I like it because it's international.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's like again. I personally have a study Bible because some stuff is
Yeah.
so confusing, and it kind of helps
It's a
explain
lot,
it.
right.
And at the end of the day, it is a
And
translation,
that's
and
how
it is
people can take
interpretation.
advantage of it. Yeah.
And you have to. It's very much big on using your own discernment, learning, getting. Like I said, that's why I was like, demonology is
and
not.
that's why I reject the
gaining
King
knowledge.
James version now is because I learned all of this stuff. Like,
Right,
it's like
right,
a whole like
right.
So
And rejecting that does not mean you are like like
No,
doing something.
I reject King James
Right,
and the King
right,
James version of the Bible.
right.
I don't reject God.
Right.
Like, I'm like, no, I think King James was a horrible person.
We didn't even talk about
And-
the Christian school. We'll talk about it next time. We'll get into that for you
Yeah.
guys. And it's not about Christianity. It's about marketing.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So we'll get into that next time.
But yeah, so I hope you guys
Like,
have
subscribe.
enjoyed today's episode. If you want us to play more games like that, let me know.
We are gonna.
We can play.
Is there
we
more?
Can, I mean,
You can probably do it on Is This
Heather, I
Pen
made it
Demonic?
up. I made it up. I picked those things. I
Right.
made it up. I made up the whole game.
There
so
could be
I
anything.
can make up anything you want.
Yeah.
If you want a game to be made up, just let me know.
Right.
I'm creative. So
You could
like,
probably chat GPT it.
Yeah, no, literally. And I will. Well, I shouldn't,
Even
but
though
I
it's
will.
demonic.
Well, ChatGPT was mentioned in the Epstein files, so maybe we shouldn't.
Oh, okay. I knew it, by the way.
Yeah, no,
You're welcome. I've been saying that all along.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, but it's not ChatGPT. It's the
People
founder
running it.
of ChatGPT.
Yes,
Yeah.
I get that.
Yeah.
But yeah, and again,
But yeah, so don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, say things to us. Tell me
Say
if you agree.
things to us.
Tell me if you agree. Do you think those things are demonic or they're not demonic? I know that the tarot card one's going to cause a stir, and I know that especially because I said that it's not demonic. And one second, please.
where
I
pretty much found a way to
the
say
Satanic
that
Temple one I know is going to
everything
cause a stir.
can be demonic. So I just found a loophole.
Yeah.
I'm like, but it all can be. So.
It's possible. Anything is possible, but technically no. So, like those are the things.
I'm gonna go
But-
eat my McDonald's because I'm a
Yeah.
fat
That's what I have for dinner too.
Patterson.
I stopped on the way home
Why is it that if you eat McDonald's, you're considered fat?
because you're eating little human babies
Oh,
at McDonald's.
can
foods.
you not? Can you
No,
not?
I'm sorry.
God.
Sorry. Okay, God, I'm sorry.
Okay, aside
Anyways.
from
Okay.
traumatizing
no,
me now,
it's just because
we
it's
would
because
not
of
support
all
that.
the-
We do not support
all
that.
the seed oils that's used in
But
making the
I know,
McDonald's
but I'm
products.
saying, like, I remember in my, I call it bodybuilding days. I didn't compete or anything, but I was super into it.
Yeah.
I remember a couple people at the gym. Man, they
Yeah.
were in shape.
Well, yeah,
and they
because
lived off of
double
like their
cheeseburgers at McDonald's have better macros than eating like
Dude,
a lot of
their
they just have
routine.
really
I
good
remember it would
macros.
be two spicy chicken sandwiches like after the gym. They ate like 2 double cheeseburgers. Like, was their heart healthy? Probably not.
Well, no,
But
that's not the thing. Like the double cheeseburgers have very good macros.
it's crazy.
Like, incredibly good macros.
So
Yeah.
it
is
was
like,
wild.
how?
It was wild. I wouldn't recommend it. I wouldn't
Yeah.
say you should do that, but
Yeah, they actually recommend
were in
against
shape.
the chicken sandwiches because of the breading on them.
yeah.
But apparently the double cheeseburgers have great macros. So
Just saying. I'm just saying.
When I was doing all my-
Don't judge me when I go eat my McDonald's cheeseburger.
I was like, what can I order from
It's very
this
rare that
place?
we get it, but-
like, what can I order from this place? And it was like, oh yeah, Best Bet is just double cheeseburger. I go,
Yeah.
what?
Yes.
Okay, the thing I
Yes.
like.
I'm telling
Okay,
you,
good.
like, that's like all they ate. It was weird.
Yeah. You know,
All
people
right.
be people.
So judge me all you
Okay.
want. Are you judging righteously? Doubtful.
I don't even care if you judge righteously. You can
Bye.
judge unrighteously. You can judge me however you want.
Oh, duh.
'Cause
Well,
your
don't forget
judgment
we have
doesn't
trauma.
matter. Oh, yeah.
I don't know if you saw the comment on YouTube.
Do we have trauma?
We're 2 girls full of trauma.
Isn't that literally? Is that
They
not our
said,
tagline?
They said, and you want to know the best part about it is it's what we say that people can only use against us ever. They said yours must be with eating and mine must be with tattoos in my boobs.
Oh, yeah, I do have trauma with eating. I'm sorry, my mom
We
was
both
so
have had
poor.
eating disorders,
My
so-
mom is so poor that literally she could not afford to feed me and also her drug habit. So there were many, many times as a child that I literally was starving.
I'm tagging them
so
in this
yeah,
video.
I do have trauma involving that. You're so right. Should I also say that I've been sexually assaulted before? Like I've been, adultized ever since I was 3
Oh,
years,
they also said, so
like
then
what-
somebody replied to it and they also said that we, if we got men on the show, we might actually get views. And so I went to their YouTube and they get like 20 views on their
Oh.
videos. I said, that's crazy.
Do they have
homie.
men?
We have more than, we have like triple your views. That's wild.
That is crazy. But and that's totally fine. Good point. Valid, fair. We'll try to get some men on here.
Yeah. Just for you, actually.
Yeah. Well, wasn't Tyler, didn't he step in the frame one time?
Thank you for
Is
your,
that not good enough?
Thank you for your view though.
Yeah. And comment. Thank you for that. I love when people like are like, oh my God, you obviously have trauma related. I was like, yeah, I did have severe eating disorders all throughout high school, like binge eating, throwing up, like all of us. Yeah. Thank you.
I did. I said, you're right.
Thank you for paying enough
caught
attention.
us. I replied, I said, you caught us.
Yeah.
You got us.
Well, it's not even like that. I just genuinely.
You exposed us.
I genuinely appreciate that you pay enough attention to be able to deduct that
you
about
clearly
me.
watch our show.
And thank you for noticing. Thank you. Genuine, like I'm not kidding from the bottom of my heart. Like I do have trauma involving this stuff.
Really actually thought we were both really skinny, and actually, you want to know what's even crazier?
Yeah.
You want to know what's even crazier?
Well, fatness,
I didn't know I had tattoos.
I'm not afraid of fatness. I'm not going to get on Ozempic. I'm not going to get on this stuff. I'm not going to do any of those things. Like
that, like, do we not live in our? Are we not here?
I don't.
They had to tell us.
Fuck.
They had to tell us.
Yeah.
They have to tell us that I have tattoos.
No, keep telling me. Keep telling me. Keep telling me.
That's weird though. Like I didn't know.
Fine.
I didn't know I had tattoos.
Oh yeah. Well, you do, and they're on your arm, so you know what they say.
Well, clearly that means you have trauma.
Yeah, I'm like,
especially if you have a face tattoo. Forget it. You are a mess.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That is.
And I mean, I don't deny.
Yeah, I was like, well, I
don't
can't
actually
really
deny
you always
that.
start stuttering on that, and I go, well,
we don't actually deny. We're not actually denying any of this.
How could I possibly deny that I'm fat? I'm not fat.
Like, just scared Blazer.
Like you think? Okay, first of all, I literally weigh myself every single day. Do I have trauma around it? Absolutely.
I do too. I weigh myself every day. That's like, they say it's like the most unhealthy thing to do. I do it every day.
And at night. See, in the morning, if I take a big poop, guess what? I weigh myself.
But you know what? At the same time, I disagree with that being toxic, because there are times, like, we have food sensitivities. Yeah. I'm not even joking. I'm not even trying to be funny right now. Yeah. Like there's times where I'm like, oh my God, I'm so like, if I know what's gonna like flare me up or affect me, and it's by weight, like I retain water. I literally am like, okay, that's a no-go. Yeah. Like that fucked me up. Like I'll be like 5 pounds heavier like that night.
Well, that's normal.
Yeah. That's also normal to fluctuate.
It's normal for your weight to fluctuate throughout the day, throughout the week, throughout the month,
literally hour to hour.
One thing about me, I've been pretty consistent for a while, so
I just stay at a cool number.
I stay at a cool number, and I just be staying here, and no matter what I do, I'm just staying here.
But you know what? We'll work on that for you.
I'll try to.
We'll try to change ourselves.
Less fat trauma. My bad.
Yeah. So I'll get I'm gonna laser off my tattoos. I'm gonna remove my implants. We're gonna work out so much and like just get like super skinny.
Yeah.
And then
you know what? Actually, I'll just do a cocktail of all of the GLP-1s
here's the thing.
At one
so
time.
We do all that, right?
Yeah.
Did the trauma that we had go away?
And did we get more views?
I don't. But does that? So then
I guess we'll have to see.
We still, the trauma that we experienced was still there.
Yeah, like it's almost as if like
that doesn't matter. It doesn't base
the
on
traumas
you.
that
That's
people
crazy.
have gone through based on their appearance.
Whoa, weird.
Wow. But I do appreciate you for paying such close attention that you recognize the interest
and took time. One guy, it was like a paragraph. So I appreciate that. Is a lot of time put into it. Right?
Yeah.
No, I just know that people are severely. You typed all that out.
People are severely fat phobic, like genuinely, and it's been this way like my whole life. I've always been like, even when I wasn't fat, like I was still fat, and so people are so fat phobic because they're so afraid of being fat. Because people be like, oh, you're so brave, blah blah blah, whatever.
No, I don't even think that they're afraid. I think that they have nothing else. Yeah. They can say nothing else.
Well, and the other thing about it is like they know it's not. No, they're afraid. They're afraid because they know that if they were my size, they couldn't do shit. They couldn't be successful. They couldn't be on a podcast. They couldn't be making more than most people.
You want to know what they don't say though?
They don't say we're ugly. I've never heard ugly, but. And that's what makes them uncomfortable because they're like, oh my God, I'm DL. I can't let my other DL guys know that I like fat girls. Like if I like fat girls, that means I'm straight. No, I only like the ones that look boyish. No. I'm like, okay, that's okay.
Aside from the fact that they're like,
and you can do that, buddy.
I also really love men.
Right. And when you're literally sucking into thinking about how fat I am and that you need to comment about it, then it's like, maybe worry about other things, buddy. Or actually, you can keep worrying about me. I actually do appreciate it. Just continue to worry, continue to reach out, continue to comment.
Yeah, view it a couple times, actually.
Yeah, just make sure that you're getting all of the insults in there. Like, just to make sure, just watch it a second time. You might miss something, like double check, zoom in, check my teeth, like make sure I don't have anything in there.
Zoom in.
Yeah, like whatever you need to do, pause it, screenshot, share it on your pages, like anything.
Pause it, slow it down, slow it down.
Make it slow, because slow motion sounds fatter. So don't forget to do that. But yeah, honestly, that's really all I have to say. I think it's funny when people because it's the same. It's like oh, you're fat. Oh my God, if you didn't eat so much. Oh my God, you're a torta. Like, okay.
Here's the thing is they don't understand that we get the same insult over and over again.
Since I was 3 years old, I did pageants when I was a toddler.
These are it. I'm going to give them all to you. There's never been a new one.
No.
So hit us with it.
Yeah.
Hit us with it.
If you can find a new one, that would be great.
Our boobs.
Yeah.
Our boobs aren't in potato sacks. Even if we're wearing t-shirts, it's somehow our boobs. Guys, our boobs are a problem.
You don't even know.
Our boobs are a problem in
me too.
t-shirts.
My back.
So our boobs, we're tortas.
Yeah.
That might be it.
No, it's really like
my tattoos.
Obese.
You have
I have
less
whales.
tattoos.
Well, I have
but that's still torta. That's one category. The weight. Yeah. So these are the things. The weight. The boobs, my tattoos specifically, because there's more of them. And that we need to have more involvement of men either in the show or on the show, or so that is literally four things.
I'll do my part. I'll do my part to end.
They've never hit us with something else.
No, and it's okay. Like it's okay. Like I get it. These are good insults for you, and they're great, and you're doing a great job.
And it's crazy, like they follow like a script because they're all the same and they're different people.
And I love that you're doing it, and you should keep doing it. Thank you for engaging with
us. There's one that gets thrown in there every now and then. It's really rare and it's like super lame, but it's like the
LOL.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, and you call yourselves Christians, or you call yourselves faith, or you have faith, or you call yourself, and first off, relax.
Yeah.
We can actually call ourselves whatever we want. And I do call myself a Christian. Tessa doesn't label herself as much,
right?
But she has faith and she believes in God.
I believe in Jesus and God. Okay. I don't care what these churches are doing.
But yeah, I don't know if you guys know.
Yeah.
No one's perfect.
It's great. But honestly, I really don't care. Like that's
no.
Like I genuinely to the bottom of my heart, like I've been fat, I've been skinny, I've been in between, I've been everything in between. I don't care. If you're calling me hot and gorgeous and beautiful, I know that you're only looking at my body. If you're calling me, fat and ugly and stupid, I know you're only looking at my body.
What's crazy is, let's say you lost 100 pounds.
Yeah.
Or that's like you.
I would look weird, but
yeah, whatever amount.
Yeah.
To where you're like grossly skinny.
Yeah.
They'd be like, what are those clips in your hair?
No.
They'll find something else.
Yeah. Which it doesn't bother me.
No.
Like, so,
at all. I don't care.
I'm not insecure, guys. I'm sorry to tell you. I'm not insecure.
I had someone go
like sometimes
for like 10 minutes on Instagram. And
if
I was
know
like,
I didn't do my best, I might be a little insecure. Like if I know I didn't try and like everybody else tried, I'd be like, oh dang, I wish I had tried more.
Maybe I should try.
But
no, I still think
me not trying,
you wouldn't care based on what they're freaking saying.
So many of these bitches, but
anyways, we'll go now. But please, we love the view. We love the comment. The fact that you viewed enough to know what we were talking about, love it for you.
Yeah,
I love that for you so much.
Yeah, because
that means you may have even gone back if you like pause and restart. That's like another view. Mm-hmm. Keep doing that.
Yeah.
Keep doing that. Show your friends. Have a party where you put us on the TV and you all talk about how
I would love if someone had a group chat where they were sending clips of me and they were like, I hate this bitch. That would bring me joy. So
do it.
I really hope that you
do it.
But yeah, whatever we said before, and we're leaving. You know what to do.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
In the shadows, I found my light in the